So this is the Mercedes, and I'm switching back and forth the direction it's going. Super cool feeling move, one of my favorites. And I'm going to show you an almost annoyingly easy way to learn it with the prerequisite that you can do triquetras. Now, triquetra is a 3-pointed anti-spin flower. It takes 2 circles around the hand. In the way I do Mercedes, the triquetra points upward. So the poi points up at the bottom of the arm circle, and it points up at the top of the arm circle. And I'm going to do all of this spinning inwards. So if my left hand does it, it points up at the bottom, up at the top, up at the bottom, up at the top, up at the bottom, up at the top. If you're not good at that, you'll have trouble with the Mercedes. If you want general mastery and skillfulness with all kinds of in-spin and anti-spin, I highly recommend my awesome online course, because it's really good and I put my whole life into it. So you need this in both directions, ideally, and ultimately going inwards and outwards if you want to be able to do variations. But today we're focusing on inwards. A Mercedes combines a triquetra with an extension. So my left hand is doing a triquetra, a 3-pointed anti-spin. And my right poi is just doing an extension. And the way I do it, at the top of the pattern, my right poi passes inside of the triquetra. And as I mentioned, I think in yesterday's video, this is technically a 2-in-1. The extension, in the time the extension poi, that poi goes around the hand once, the triquetra poi goes around its hand twice. So it's going around the hand twice as fast as the extension. Which means it's a mode hybrid. At the bottom of the pattern, I'm in split time. And at the top of the pattern, I'm actually in same time. At the very top of the pattern, it's a lot like I'm doing giant butterfly. The poi brush the ceiling together. But instead of going opposites, the left poi in that moment is touching the ceiling, actually comes around this way in anti-spin. But that's not the annoying way to learn this, the annoyingly easy way. Annoyingly easy way is this. I'm going to circle my arms together like this. And at first, I'm going to hold the extension poi just like that. And I'm going to, at the top, have it inside my triquetra. And at the bottom, as my triquetra is brushing my chin, I'm imagining this poi is brushing the ground. So it touches the ceiling with the triquetra poi and brushes the ground while the triquetra poi is there. Ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground. While the triquetra poi is going ceiling, 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 and the extension's going ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground. What you can do then is you slowly let the poi be longer. Ground, ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground. See, that might take a few days, ground, ceiling, or it might take an hour, or 10 minutes. I don't know. Everybody learns at a different pace. Eventually, your extension poi is just as long as your triquetra poi. Ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground, ceiling, ground. Then you do all that the other way. Slowly longer. Finally, it's the same length. Now, eventually, at the bottom here, I can fire in either direction. When both poi are going that way, I can circle around in that direction. Both poi are going that way, I can circle around in that direction. And then I can bop back and forth. Whee! 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 So at the bottom, it's split time. At the top, it's same time. And I think a good skill thing to practice is this. When my hands meet at the top, my extension poi is going to knock my triquetra poi with it. So it's going to go boop, and then back to giant butterfly. Boop, boop. Or the other way, boop, boop. Really, it's just an excuse to say boop a lot. If you like these videos, you'll notice I'm putting up a lot. And if you participate along with me, if you comment and share and tell people about my online courses and even join my Patreon account, which is super cool, that gives me extra motivation to keep making videos, because it's a lot of work. And it's fun. I like doing it, but it's especially fun, you know, if we're doing it together. Leviathan is doing its thing. The gardens are happening. I think Fallow's disappeared altogether. He's moved on. That's good. My life is back to normal. I'll make more videos soon.